Gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Sneck127 and welcome back to another Skyforge video. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my first impressions of today's Skyforge Xbox One patch. I believe this is the second patch we've had. I know we had one other one shortly after the launch of the game. It was a really small patch to address the first maintenance they had on the game, I believe. So this is probably the second patch we've had. If you didn't see it, the patch is about half a gigabyte, around 500 megabytes and some change, somewhere around there. And it was supposed to address a lot of game issues, game stability and stuff like that. Some obvious fixes that were just needed, and a lot of crazy things like the 3v3 PvP black screen and the PvP black screen in general. For those who don't know, that issue is now completely fixed. And I kid you guys not, I've ran about probably 6 or 7 matches of PvP, and usually when I run PvP and do that many matches, I always get a black screen on at least one of them. I've had no black screens, no issues or anything whatsoever. And in all honesty, mechanically, the game's running a lot better, a lot smoother. I noticed the frame rate's a bit more toned out and everything. So this patch did help a lot of things. Now there is some disappointment for me in this patch. I'm going to talk about that later in this video, but if you guys want to see the patch notes, they are actually in the link below. I'll be leaving a link to the description in the description below, and also they're in the official Xbox One Skyforge Discord, so you guys can check them out there as well. But anyway, let's get into to talking about some few things, what I like about this patch, what I don't like, and stuff like that. Now, for those who don't know, a few other goodies have been added as well. We have some upgraded animations on like symbols, specific in-game items. We also now have the stat replacement feature on our gear and stuff like that. All the feature upgrades. So for the most part, I want to say now, build-wise, we're pretty much caught up with PS4 and PC. Now, I don't mean, as in like terms of content and being as far ahead of the game cycle as they're in. No. We basically have all the features those two games do, plus the fact of having no region lock. So the Xbox One build is pretty much caught up now. Like, if I sign into the Xbox One version of Skyforge, and if I sign into the PS4 version of Skyforge, they look very, very similar, like in the menus and everything. PS4 still has a bit more quality of life features in it and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure those are going to be added in at a later time. So a lot of the simple things were fixed, like some of the glitches with the classes, some of the Revenant issues, some of the problems with like night animations and all that stuff. All those things were fixed fine and dandy. But I do have one issue with this patch that, I'm not gonna lie, really annoys me. And when it comes down to this patch, in all honesty, overall, I'm pretty disappointed, because the biggest two issues in this game weren't addressed. And if you guys know me, you already know the number one thing I'm going to harp on, because I harped on this when the PlayStation 4 version launched. I'm still grateful, however, because this version is having a better launch run than the PlayStation 4 version. So I do have to give my.com and them props for that, because they have learned from their mistakes. And that's not even to bash PS4. Any Skyforge PS4 veteran will tell you that PS4's launch was pretty bad. Anyone who's played the PS4 version can tell you that. But so the two issues in here that really annoy me that weren't addressed are the text chat lag, which I was really hoping was going to be fixed, and the fact that you can't always see the names of the players in game, whether they're on the map, in your party, or whatever. People are still coming up as ... which is really annoying. I think it's like kind of a environmental pop-up version of the in-game names. Now, environmental pop-up happening in the game, I don't care about. This is a PC MMO port to a console. So consoles aren't as powerful as PCs. Duh, we all know that. So there's going to be some drawbacks. I'm sure environmental pop-up is going to be one of those things. Like the PS4 version. It's been out for coming up a year now. And that version still has environmental pop-up in a lot of areas, especially during like big events and things. So That's fine. That's very excusable. But the fact that if I get invited to a group and the person that invites me, their name is dot dot dot, that's an issue. I have no clue who on my friends list has invited me. They would tell me in the chat, but the chat also lags, so there's no way for them to tell me what they're inviting me to, who's inviting me, or anything. This is a problem, and the reason this is a problem is because, for those who don't know, Skyforge Xbox One, we are on our last week of the Ocean Invasion. 7 days from now, maybe less, we'll be fighting the Fighting Knights. We'll be on our second invasion, meaning new raid, new distortions, new dungeons, new 3-man quest, a new avatar, all those kind of goodies, new gear and all that stuff. And we still don't have a properly functional communication system or grouping system, because technically we can't tell who's inviting who into groups. Now, this is a problem. Now, the Xbox community has been very creative in finding a way to compensate for the text chat lag. For those who don't know, if you ever see people typing random numbers in text chat, that's why. Because the chat lags, so they can't tell, who's trying to get an invite to something. So they'll tell you to type a number, and the second the text chat finally pops up on screen and they see that number, then they'll invite you. So all you have to do is type that number in of what the person's asking you to apply for, and just know that eventually you'll get invited to that group. Now, while this is a good supplement done by the Xbox community, bravo, it's still terrible that we have to do things like this, because these issues weren't the biggest focus for this patch, and I think that's a very, very terrible thing, especially when we are on the verge of receiving new content. Like me personally, I've had a hard time building groups for Nautilus and the hard mode avatar. I'm way more than strong enough to do both of these pieces of content. However, due to the game's misfunctionality, I have yet to do these two pieces of content. As you guys can see here, there are people all around me that just say dot dot dot. I have no clue who these players are. Oh, there's another dot 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 over there on the left. No idea who any of these guys are, simply because, the other guy up there, or chick, dot dot dot. Because their names aren't loading. And keep in mind, the reason that this really shouldn't be happening is because, mind you, Skyforge on console, you don't even get to make your own name. You're just using the gamer tags of all the players online, like similar to how Destiny and Warframe work. It's just their gamer tags. So the fact that, it's not even an extra piece of data that the game's trying to load, that's pretty bad. And the fact that, these two issues weren't prioritized on this patch, or at least it doesn't seem to my opinion, because the problems aren't fixed and we haven't got any type of update on these issues whatsoever. That's just really, really, really disappointing to me. And honestly, I personally, I'm not kosher with that. Now, guys, keep in mind, I love Skyforge. I'm a Skyforge fanboy. As you guys know, I am a Skyforge influencer. I have done tons of sponsored content for my.com and Skyforge on both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But part of my job is to, give critical feedback and, talk about things that don't stand for. Like, my job is to give, to get, the best possible experience on this game to you guys. And doing that means delivering a message to the development team, and also keep you guys informed of, what's going on, my thoughts and opinions and stuff like that on this game. So don't take this video as, like a disrespect towards Skyforge or anything like that. Because as you guys know, I love Skyforge. I'm one of its, biggest fanboys. I was one of its biggest critics last year. I've been called a Skyforge, God knows how many times. But anyway, guys, y'all enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that thumbs up button for me. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy, Tanek127. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out, take care.